Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic for Angular, that is how we can use count keyword with ngFor directive. So prior to this session, we have already discussed about other very important keyword of Angular directives, ngFor, that is we discussed about even odd, we discussed about other keywords like index, right? So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we are going to talk about how to use Angular directive ngFor with count. Okay. Also we will discuss why count keyword is important. Okay, because we know with its name it is clear that it is going to give the count, right? But where we can utilize that count, why it is so important to learn about this keyword, and how we can use it to show the progress of some task or maybe some process. So these all things we are going to discuss in this particular session. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing we are just mainly focusing on how to use ngFor directive with count keyword. Okay, so let's get started. So firstly what I'll do, I'll simply go to app.component.ts file. In this file we will firstly declare one array. Okay, and this time we are going to declare an array which will show some task of the IT process. Okay, so let's give the name as tasks. Here I will create one array, and in this array we will assign the first task as analysis. Okay, then we will put second task. Second task would be you can give anything like documentation. So here we will write documentation, analysis, then documentation. After that we will put another one which is development. Okay, and then we will put testing. After this we will put, so we made analysis, documentation, development, testing, and then deployment. Okay, so this is just an example. You can change as per your need, but here I'm just trying to show all the process that are involved in IT process. So analysis, documentation, development, testing, deployment. So there are total 5 tasks. Okay, now our requirement is that I want to show one by one each task on the screen to user, that this is the first task out of 5 tasks, this is the second task out of 5 tasks, then third, fourth and fifth. Likewise we have to print all these data over the screen. Now another thing which we need before we proceed further is the module, because we all know that ngFor is a directive which comes with a common module. So here you just need to write here common module and enter. So once you write enter, it will import this line automatically, and once it is imported you are good to go to use this ngFor directive. Okay, so let's firstly print this value as it is, and then I'll tell you the requirement again, and we will modify the code accordingly. So now we will go to app.component.html file. Here I'll put another heading which is h2. In this h2 heading we will write *ngFor directive with count keyword. Okay, with count keyword. Perfect. Now after this we will create one unordered list. In this unordered list we will write li. Li is for list element and ul is for unordered list. Now we all know ngFor is used to repeat the line of code, so here I will use *ngFor, and remember this is a case sensitive, so whatever you are writing here, make sure it is in the same case, otherwise it will give error. Right now it is showing error, but don't worry, because we have already declared the common module, so it is just showing for the warning purpose, but we have already declared, so you can proceed further. Now here what I will do, I will write let task of tasks. So basically we want to repeat this line of code as many times as it will find the element in this array task. Okay, so currently if I save this and run this application, it will show the blank line 5 times. Let's verify that. ngserve -- open, enter. It will take few seconds and it will open the application if there is no error, otherwise it will show the error. So we will wait, and now you can see it is open. So here we can see we have got 5 blank line, 1 2 3 4 5, because it is repeated for each element. Now after this, what I want to show, like let me expand it, and here I want to show the first task of 5th task. So for that, what we need to do, we need to use index, and we all know how to use index, right? Because we have earlier used it. So here I will write index. I'm just giving this as index. This is my variable name, equal index. And remember, whenever you are using keyword index, it should be in the small case only. This is my variable, I can keep in any case, but this should be in the small case only. Similarly, we will define let count. Okay, here I will use count equal count. This should be in small case only. Now after this, what we will do, we will define here task. Here we will put index value, so index plus 1, because in this index is started always with 0, that's why we are using. Okay, task 1 of, then we will use here count, okay, equal, and then we can use task to print the task name. Perfect. Now it should show in the same way as we wanted, so let's verify it. And now you can see task 1 of 5 is analysis, task 2 of 5, or maybe instead of equal we can write is, so that it sounds good. Perfect. Now you can see task 1 of 5 is analysis, task 2 of 5 is documentation, task 3 of 5 is development, task 4 of 5 is testing, and task 5 of 5 is deployment. So with this logic, you have created this list which contains 5 tasks. One by one it print the phase, like what all phase we are going through. Okay, and all these data are coming from the array. And one more very interesting thing here is it is dynamic. That means if you change the number of tasks, accordingly it will change the result as well. Let's verify that. So go to app.component.ts file. Here you can just simply go and remove this deployment part and save it. And now you will see task 1 of 4 is analysis, so it automatically change it to 4. Why? Because now we have only 4 tasks, and as many tasks we have, accordingly it will repeat the line and it will show the index. Okay, so task 4 is analysis, 1 of 4 is analysis, documentation, development. Now some of you might be confused with the logic, like why we are using this +1. So let's say if you are not using +1, so what will happen, it will just show the index, because we all know that array index is started from 0. So 0 is not the right thing, right? So that's why only, because in array it is fine, it is 0, this is 0th location, first, second, third, but in case of task we want to start it from 1. Just for that purpose only we make it as +1. Clear? So this is the way through which you can write the use through which you can utilize the concept of count. And if there is any issue in this logic, or if you have any kind of doubt in this logic, you can simply reach out to me. I'll try to help you in this, and I'll let you know like how we can make the changes as per your requirement. Okay, but overall we have discussed so far, like what is ngFor directive, why do we need count keyword along with this, and once we got the count keyword, then what would be the advantage of using it. So we can see it helps us to show the progress as in terms of tasks, and other ways are also there through which you can utilize this. Okay, so I hope this entire session is clear to all of you. If you have any queries or question, you can ask in the comment section. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with more topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.